Hello, it's Saturday, the 8th of June, and I'm going to try to yak at you for a half a second here. Let me get a sip of coffee. I hope everyone that's watching is well. We'll talk about some music and some other things. I'm going to see what I can remember to share. There's always thoughts that I forget that I want to share. I do appreciate hearing you folks in the comment section, and I'm just really so happy that the majority of you are centered, loving, mature people, and it shows in your comments. There's just no reason for people to be either mean or foolishly irreverent. There's a lot of that going around, and it's, in my opinion, it's harmful. It's not even just funny anymore, it's harmful. So let me move on to music. I do want to follow up on my rant about the blues, but I'll hold on that. To start with, I received some more music from people. People just blow me away. Anthony F, I'll say it like that, okay? He sent me some music. He always sends me music. We've never met. You blow me away, Anthony F, with your kindness. It's just very kind of you. He sent me this new expanded edition of UK's live album, Night After Night. This is awesome because it's the full concert plus a DVD Blu-ray of it. So I now have several Blu-ray discs that I can't watch, including one that I'm on, that I wrote the soundtrack for the movie. So I'm going to have to get a Blu-ray player here somehow, soon, so I can play this. I played some of the discs. I really liked UK. I got to see this band UK open for Jethro Tull with Terry Bozzio on drums. Magnificent music. They craft their songs well so that the pop element goes down well, including the vocals. The words mean nothing to me, but John Wetton's voice and performance, very enjoyable. Eddie Jobson, all of his playing, all supergroup. Thank you. Thank you for sending this to me, because I've been seeing this online and wondering about it. A band called Is, apparently an American, they call themselves symphonic progressive rock. Is. Don't panic, this is new. And I've only got to start listening to this, but this is excellent. These guys are genuine musicians. They can really play. It looks like there's a couple of people related to one another in this band. It's still in the player. I was just playing it last night. One of the things I notice is that the band include these sounds and moves musically that I associate with what we consider the classic progressive sound. Rickenbacker bass, similar to Chris Squire, noodly parts, but they're better than noodly, but busy. Again, I don't know what they're singing about yet, but the music grabs me right away. It's real good. The first song has a video for it, Don't Panic. I bookmarked it, but I haven't watched it yet. But thank you for sharing this with me, Anthony. I'm very much still interested in what's happening in what they consider progressive rock circles. I will say that I'm more interested in music that is truly just what it is, as opposed to people who are trying to recreate something. Having said that, don't get rubbed the wrong way. This is really well done. I'm just saying, I hear where they are specifically doing things that reference the past, progressive rock-wise. It's cool with me. In the comments of the last video I put up, someone asked they said they'd love to hear my thoughts about Pere Ubu. Well, I dig Pere Ubu. Now, I don't have all the records anymore. I jumped on it as soon as I heard about it. So I had the modern dance when it came out. I looked for when I read about it and said, okay, I got to hear this, you know. I have this reissue still of Data Panic in the Year Zero with 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, which is a, you know, that's one of their trademark songs. Yeah, the band was ahead of the times. Not only musically, but David Thomas's voice is a thing, isn't it? It's a thing. So I still have New Picnic Time. Love it. Love it. Jehovah's Kingdom Comes. I love that. I love that. And then Song of the Bailing Man. This is what I still have by Pere Ubu. Yeah, much love and respect for this band. Much love. Now, I'll say this. David Thomas, I've watched some interviews with him. And we're all individuals. We're people. So he'll say things that seem like they're pretentious to me, but he's just being himself, you know. It doesn't really take away from my enjoyment of the music, okay? We can be full of ourselves, you know. And then again, being a bit of an... I sense that he, like me, is an odd man out, kind of an ugly duckling in his community. And so we find different ways of shielding ourselves, and sometimes being a bit uppity, it can come out like that. Besides the package I got from Anthony, I got the other two CDs I got from John. I haven't played this yet because Air, I have another CD by Air, and this is their big one, The Virgin Suicides. So I know what this sounds like. Thank you. Thank you. This is something I had not heard. LFZ, Name Plus Focus. First listen to this, it seemed a little underbaked. I have to get back to it, okay? I appreciate, like John Peel, I want to hear something new. I like hearing things new. Okay, there's definitely not a guarantee that I'll like everything that I hear new, but I like hearing new stuff. Okay? Alex M. sent me a package yesterday. People, again, are just so kind. And I love it when you get it, when you hit the mark, when you hit my super sweet spot. That's why sometimes when people send me records and it's not really what I care for, I'm just going to tell you, you know. I know what I like, but my mind is open. So even stuff I say I don't like, I'll listen to it again. Like, for example, the other day, before I get to Alex, I brought up some Dr. John, because I actually had a couple people who I consider friends, say some mean things to me, you know, and I had to explain to them about my childhood, and it says, you know, that's really unkind of you to say what you said to me, just because I don't love swamp boogie music. It creates a PTSD reaction in me. It literally does. That's cruel of you to not understand that. It is cruel. So back to Alex. He sent me some vinyl I wasn't expecting. So kind, so kind. He sent me this bootleg of Dead Can Dance, Arabian Gothic. This is a live performance, 1990 in Hamburg, a live radio broadcast. So the sound quality is excellent. And it's a very, very good performance. Lisa Gerard does a thing on here on side 2, Swans, which is bone-chilling. I've only played this once, and the first time, it's like, good Lord, this woman is singing from the depths of her soul. How can you not feel that? This to me is an example of where I'm coming from, where soul music comes in many ways. Soul music is not exclusive to black people or Aretha Franklin. This is soul music for me. I'm serious. He sent me, I think he knew I had it already, but he sent me Boris with Merzbow's Groon and Walrus. Now it's cool because Boris, like other bands, when they can, they'll put out multiple versions of an album. So my copy I have is the white and green version vinyl. This is a black vinyl version. So I appreciate this. Yeah, I'm geeky enough to want multiple different versions of certain bands' records. Boris is one of them. Yeah, I would collect Boris completely if I could. Thank you. This is so cool because at the recent half-price sale when Drastic went out of business, I bought a Julia Holter album, but they had this one and I had a real hard time deciding between the two. And then I chose the one that I got, then I went back thinking I'd try to get the other one and it was already snatched up by my friend Tim Guthrie. So getting Ecstasis on vinyl from you, Alex, is wonderful. I haven't even played this yet. The Julia Holter is an original voice in music. Very imaginative. I love it. I have a fan on in the background. I don't have a window air in yet. I hope it doesn't deflect too much from hearing what I'm saying. The last thing I'll show that he sent me is a surprise. I had not heard this artist yet. Laurel Halo. Laurel. Laurel Halo. And he sent me one of her EPs from a few years ago. This is called Aqualogic. Boy, this is a surprise how much this is the kind of electronic music I like. It's not beat oriented, although there are beats involved. What it is it's like this woman has an inner vision, has a vision of sound, and she's able to share it through the music. So there's texture, there's contrast, there's juxtaposition, there's beat, but it's real original and real, it's got substance. The timbres and tones and that she's using electronically are not typical. I really like this. Didn't know she was this good. This was a surprise of the bunch. I really appreciate it all, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Yesterday was Prince's birthday, and I was busy at the Summer Arts Festival. I had a good gig last night, which I will speak about in relation to my rant on the blues. But I did play some Prince, and I pulled something I bought at one of his shows. It's a single, The Truth and Don't Play Me. It's not a common one that you see. Interestingly, The Truth is him playing the blues, okay? And then signifying about something. Prince is quite a player, so I can appreciate his playing. But the song Don't Play Me is a whole nother ball of wax, and that's the gem on here. Totally original sound. And what he's saying I relate to. Don't play me for a fool. Also got this the last time I saw him in concert. I guess it was the Emancipation Tour. This is the last time I saw him in concert, and I bought this program. So, to wrap up, Planisphere, pick up on this, guys. Come on, this is good. But to follow on about more of what's going on with me being disconnected to the mainstream's, insistence on roots. Let me just, I can hardly put it into words. I know what I'm thinking and feeling is real. It's hard to put into words, okay? But let me share this. So, every summer, Omaha has a thing called the Omaha Summer Arts Festival. It's been going on for 40 years now. It's usually held downtown for 3 days, and it's artists from all over the United States, plus music, and it's a big family-oriented thing. I've played it. I've played the Music Pavilion several times over the year, but it's been a long time. So they hired me this year to do a DJ set of my own music before my friends Glow in the Dark, who were the last night's headliners, which was unusual. It was my hat goes off to Omaha Summer Arts Festival for hiring a local headliner that is not blues or rural or country oriented, because that's the default of this area, okay? So, for example, I went down during the day because I always go to the Summer Arts Festival. I support it. I love it. And the music all day up until when I and Glow in the Dark plays, it's all blues-based music. All of it, all of it. Every band that played, including the music on the breaks, all they played was the blues. Now, this is what gets my goat, besides what I've said before. Nebraska is extremely racist. It is. It is to this day. So there's a real disconnect to me how much these people, and I'm going to say it, how much white people in this area love the blues, but hate black people. That don't make no sense to me. And it feeds into my reaction to the blues. It's like, oh, y'all want to keep us under your thumb. This is the way you want to see us. You know, old blues guys. Damn near slaves. I'm not down with that. I ain't down with that at all. And so by the time I played my set, I still had a good crowd, you know, because everything up to me was blues. People did start to filter out during my set, although the majority of them stayed. By the time Glow in the Dark, which is totally electronic, by the time they played, I heard, because I didn't stay for their whole set, but I went down today already for a minute, and the stage manager told me that, you know, by the time Glow in the Dark was done, the pavilion was almost empty. Maybe 20 people were left. People just want what they want, you know. They just want to be entertained. They want to drink and get ready to screw. Take them as you will, but it's the damn truth, you know. And I, for one, am happy that I'm not just there to supply your background music for that. I do pretentiously, if that's how it sounds, I'll say it. I do see what I do as artistic and original and daring, because I just refuse to play what people expect of me. I'm writing, recording, and playing and presenting to you this vision of music that I hear and see. And it is original. Nobody in Omaha, hardly anybody I know around, sounds like me. Now, the feedback I got after my set last night was very positive. And one of the things that I heard, which was the first time I heard it like this, was that it's so intense. And I said, yeah, I dig that, because it really is good. The music, you know, like I said, I presented it on a computer backing tracks, and I freestyled, spoke, and sang over some of the music. And the main message was one of love, healing, and trying to wake up to this division, this political division that we're all hypnotized, or something's wrong with the world. It's too hateful. Love is the way, and we just can't seem to get there. So I'm real happy about being an original. I'm pleased with how it came across. People did dance to me, although I did notice, interestingly, the way that people dance to my music is people have a hard time dancing to it because it's not about sex. It's a big beat sound, but it's not trying to be sexual. I'm not trying, you know, that's not the point of the music. I noticed that in the dancing. I like that. You know, in some ways, maybe I'm a pioneer. I'm not a pioneer, but I won't say an iconoclast. I'm proud of what I do. And that has something to do with the whole being outside of the whole roots thing. I've heard from you folks. I had someone say to me online, you're missing out. Someone who wants to call himself a friend of mine. I wrote him back and said, that was shittier than fuck of you to say to me. You know, I told you about my PTSD, being sexually abused as a child to this music. I've blocked out a lot of the memories, but they come back. And when I hear that music, like yesterday, I could appreciate the musicianship. There was this band from Atlanta, Georgia that played. They gave me their card. Young white folks that could really... The Preacher Van from Atlanta, Georgia played yesterday. And there were some young white boys, and the guitar player really had an authentic blues feel in his solos, and I told him that, so I could appreciate that. But is it the place in the world that I want to occupy? No more blues. It just tells me something's wrong, okay? Then I'm going on, but I want you to understand, I want to be understood so badly that what I'm saying here is valid. There's something about this being stuck in the past that just rankles me. And I'm proud to not be one of those who's just going to keep repeating it and try to present something original and coming from what I think is important. I got my vinyl community t-shirt on. Are you in it? Thanks again, everyone, for being kind, for sending me this wonderful music. Someone who's a new viewer calls himself Frank Black, like the fake name of the guy of the Pixies. Asking about my t-shirt. I wore my t-shirt in my last video. Order one. I left you the link. I'll leave it again here. I got them in, folks. Support me, okay? I'm not going to do Patreon. No, I'm not going to do that. And I've been encouraged again to monetize my videos, and I just don't want to do that. But I need the money. I seriously do. I struggle every month, okay? I don't have a job. And I'm not on Social Security yet. I'm trying to wait till I'm 65. So please, buy some stuff. Please. Help me stay online. Help me stay doing this. Okay? Because I'm telling you, this is just being me, all right?